Via fan request, I'm doing this video finally, because I gotta cater to my subscribers. One subscriber wanted me to do a video on Whaley against the top 10 of the strawweight division. How long could she potentially hold that belt and who has the best chance of beating her? So I'll get onto that. Honestly, let me check these rankings. I mean, Zhang Wei, I've said this many times, is like leagues ahead of the rest of the strawweight division from an athletic standpoint, just through a physical standpoint, and then skill standpoint as well. Like Wei is just too good for all these girls. I mean, she wipes out a good majority of the top 10. I mean, destroys Janjiroba. Do we even need to talk about that? We know what bad things she'd do to Hebus. Already beat Torres. I think she'd beat her again, same way. I don't know if she finishes Tisha because Tisha's pretty tough to finish, hard to submit, and can't be knocked out. She's got that spick durability. And yeah, she's got that steroid strength to muscle her way out of subs, like we saw against Dern. But Whaley's pretty strong too. But I reckon Zhang decisions her again. Zhang would beat Mackenzie Dern. Dern has nothing for her. Dern won't be able to get her to the ground. But then even if she does, we've seen so many other girls, lesser grapplers than Wei survive on the ground, like Xiaonan and Marina. She couldn't submit them with several minutes of control time. I doubt she'd sub Zhang, and she gets destroyed on her feet and knocked out. Zhang is a better version of Xiaonan, beats her, folds Marina, out grapples her, finishes her on the ground. The Jessica rematch is interesting because I do think that, Andrade will be very patient this time. She's not going to be reckless trying to take Whaley's head off. It could be interesting because if Jessica is patient and fights smart, she might actually have somewhat of a decent chance if she can extend Zhang into the late rounds. We've seen Whaley slow down before, and that's where Jessica's chances may lie. And slowing down against Andrade is far more dangerous than slowing down against the Rose Namajunas. But I think Zhang Wei is just so much better than her. Better striker, too fast. She's just a horrible matchup because she's such a dangerous counter striker with so much power and everything Andrade wants to commit to. Zhang will punish her for it. Zhang can beat her in the clinch, and if Jessica's patient, Whaley can just pick her apart at a range. And if Jessica tries to slow the pace down to avoid getting caught by anything big, again, Zhang will just pick her apart comfortably and probably win a decision. But if Andrade wants to take any crazy chances, I could also see her getting stopped as well. Um, and then, okay, Lemos, this is someone that a lot of people actually think could beat Weili Zhang because Lemos is a dangerous striker. Same height as Weili, but she's longer than Zhang Weili. She's got a 2-inch reach advantage, a dangerous left hand. She's explosive. One shot, I mean, could be fight changing. She does have the power to knock out anyone in the division, but she's also dangerous with her kicks as well. Good leg kicks. If Whaley's not careful, she can catch a front kick to the chin or a head kick to the dome, like what we saw Rose Namajunas do. So I would say Lemos does pose some problems, but I think Zhang is too good for her. I think Weili Zhang beats her because Weili has that option of being able to grapple. Like Weili's wrestling is so good. I don't think Lemos could hang with Zhang on the ground. If Zhang wants to take her down, she will. Lemos can't do much about it, and Lemos isn't getting up from being taken down by Weili. And I reckon Weili could probably find a sub or a ground and pound TKO. But Zhang just wins through her championship medal, championship experience, and just having more ways to win. Now, I'd say her biggest challenge in this division is Rose Namajunas because Rose matches her sort of in not really physicality, but Rose is just as athletic as Weili, not as strong. But Rose, I mean, she holds advantages in the striking. She's got the range, the movement, which gives Weili some problems because Zhang, has a short reach. She's really good with short range shots, but Rose has the range to, kind of neutralize the short range shots of Weili. But honestly, even though Rose is up 2, I think Weili gets her this time because they're so closely matched. And I just feel like by now Zhang will have Rose so figured out. And I just don't think Rose has like progressed enough to really come back and beat Zhang more decisively. I really don't. I feel like if they go again, Weili's gonna have the answers. Weili had a lot of success with the wrestling last time against Nami Yunez, arguably won the first three. She clearly lost the last two, but if Weili can work on her pacing and her, grappling endurance and not gas out from a lot of grappling, I reckon she could decision Rose Nami Yunez. But if Rose is on mentally, if she's focused and she shows up on point, it's always going to be a hard fight for Zhang Weili. It's a tough fight stylistically. Rose is the only one in this division who can beat Zhang, like who has the best chance. Joanna had a chance the first time, took her to a split decision, got knocked out in the rematch, dominated before that. I don't think Jessica has much to offer. Rose is the perfect style to beat her, but I just don't think she's that much better than Zhang Weili. And I think this time Weili would probably pull off a decision, especially considering where Rose's head is at mentally. She had a bad performance against Carla and then got easily folded by Jillian Robertson. Not a good look. And then Carla spars the number one contender. We've already seen what she's done to Carla. I don't think they'll ever fight again. I don't think Carla will be able to work her way to another title shot. But even if she does, same results. Zhang Weili folds her again. She's just too good for her. Better than her everywhere, without striker, without grappler, and probably submit her again or knock her out this time. But I think Zhang is going to be champion for a long time, long reigning. If let's say Rose is out of the picture or she gets through Rose, I think she can get through Lemos, and then beyond that point, she's in a league of her own. Like she might as well move up and challenge for that second belt because there's no one else in this division outside of Nami Yunez, a Patience Andrade, and maybe Lemos that could test her. But outside of those three, Zhang is a lock against the rest of the division. So I reckon she's going to be champion again, or she's going to hold this belt for like another year or so, maybe till 2025. Maybe a little less, maybe not as long. Maybe someone will eventually come along that's good enough to beat her. But this division is trailing behind. Like not many of these girls can fight except for Zhang and Rose and Jessica. But yeah, those are my thoughts. Zhang, I think, might be the next strawweight GOAT. She might be able to get those young Jade Chick records, but we'll see. Let me know what you guys think in the comments.